If you're asking yourself how much home you can afford, you're already ahead of most buyers. But here's the problem. Most people are asking the question the wrong way, and that's where they get into trouble. Most buyers go to a lender, get pre approved, see the maximum number they qualify for, and assume that is what they should spend. That number is not your target. That number is your ceiling, your limit. And if you're treating your ceiling like your target, you're setting yourself up for some real financial stress. So instead of asking how much can you afford based on your approval, you need to ask how much you should afford based on your life. Let's break this down step by step so you can make a smart decision. The first thing you need to understand is your true monthly payment. A lot of buyers only look at the purchase price and maybe the interest rate, but that's not the full picture. Your payment includes principal, interest, property taxes, homeowners insurance, and sometimes HOA fees. In Houston specifically, property taxes can be a major factor. Depending on the area, that number can dramatically change your monthly payment. I've seen buyers look at two homes at the same price point and assume the payment will be the same, but one has significantly higher taxes, and suddenly the payment is hundreds of dollars more per month. That's a big difference over time and in your monthly budget. So the first step is not picking a price. The first step is identifying a monthly payment that feels comfortable for you. And when I say comfortable, I don't mean that you can barely squeeze into the payment. I mean a number that still allows you to live your life in the lifestyle that you want. That brings us to the second factor, which is your lifestyle. What do you want your life to look like after you buy this home? You want to travel? Do you want to go out to eat? Do you want to invest? Or do you want to save aggressively? Or are you okay with most of your money going toward your house? That's perfectly valid if that's what you want to do. There's no right or wrong answer here, but you need to be honest with yourself. A lot of buyers stretch themselves too thin and get into a home they feel stuck afterwards. They can't enjoy the home because they're constantly stressed about the payment. The goal is not just to buy a home. The goal is to buy a home that fits your life. The third factor is your debt situation. Your debt to income ratio is something lenders look at, but you should always be paying attention to it personally. If you have a lot of monthly debt, that reduces your flexibility and it limits what you can comfortably afford, even if you're approved for a higher amount. One of the smartest moves some buyers make is reducing their debt before buying, paying off a car, credit cards. That can all significantly improve your financial position and make your purchase feel more manageable. The fourth factor is your down payment. The largest down payment you can, it will reduce your monthly payment, lower your interest costs over time, and in some cases, eliminate private mortgage insurance. But here's where strategy comes in. You don't want to put every dollar you have into the down payment and leave yourself with no reserves. Owning a home comes with unexpected expenses. Things break, it's part of life. Repairs happen, and you need to have a financial cushion to cover those things. So the goal is not to put the maximum down. The goal is to put the right amount down while still protecting your financial stability. The fifth factor is interest rates. Interest rates directly impact your buying power. Even a small increase in rates can reduce how much home you can afford. This is why timing matters, but more importantly, strategy matters. You can't control rates, but you can control how you approach your purchase. You can look at different loan options. You can evaluate points or point buy downs. You can structure your financing in a way that works best for your situation. Now, here's where most buyers make their biggest mistake. They stretch to the top of their approval range. Just because you're approved for a certain amount does not mean you should spend it. That's how buyers end up house rich and cash poor. They have a great home with no flexibility, no margin, no breathing room. The smartest buyers I work with, they do the opposite of that. They create a comfort range, below their maximum approval, and that gives themselves room. They make some of their home supports, they make sure their home supports their life instead of controlling it. Another thing you need to think about is future planning. Where do you see yourself in the next few years? Are you planning to grow your family, change jobs, relocate? Your home purchase should align with your future, not just your current situation, but where you're going to be. And then there's the market itself. Look, the Houston area has different markets and different price points, tax rates, and growth potential. Understanding the local markets help you make a better decision, not just for affordability, but for long-term value. This is where having a strategy and the right guidance makes a huge difference. Because at the end of the day, this is not just about buying a house. This is one of the biggest financial decisions most people are ever going to make in their life. If you want to get it right, if you want to feel confident, and you want to make sure that when you move into your home, it feels like a step forward, not a step into stress. That's what you want to do. So, if you're trying to figure out what price range actually makes sense for you, not just what you can get approved for, I want to help you map that out. Go to summerwellrealtygroup.com/buyer and we'll walk you through your numbers, your goals, and your strategies so you can buy the right home with confidence.